Welcome back into this victory edition of Browns Live. Nathan Zegura, the half Joe Thomas. So let's get right into the film room with this week's play breakdown presented by Microsoft. And Joe, we've talked a lot about D'Ernest Johnson. First touchdown right here. He was still holding the game ball in his arms like he was carrying it around midnight last night.
Yeah, he does a great job on this play, setting his blockers up, pushing the ball towards the line of scrimmage, getting everybody to run, and then getting his shoulders north and south and not allowing anybody to get him down before he gets into the end zone.
And you love this wide zone, right? Because you have the opportunity to take it wide, but if you get clear outs like you do from Wyatt Teller and Blake Hance, get that cutback lane, and then D'Ernest gets low and gets in the end zone.
Outside zones are great because you're trying to give defenses the impression that you're trying to run around him. You're trying to get him to the outside, and it gets everybody on this defense to start running, and that's what opens up the cutback lanes for D'Ernest Johnson. Let's take a look at the end zone copy. You can see the Browns are going quickly without any shifts or motions. When you get down in the red zone, a lot of times it's good to go on a faster cadence because it doesn't give the defense an opportunity to make those adjustments and get settled in on all their different keys. So it just puts them in a little bit of a bind. So great job by Case Keenum and the Browns offense by going quickly, putting the tempo on the defense, not letting him get set up. Here, D'Ernest Johnson does a great job. You see him open up. He's opening his shoulders to the sideline. He's giving everybody the impression he's running towards the sideline. That gives the Browns blockers on the backside the ability to wash their guy down the line of scrimmage. Here you see Austin Hooper with the back block on Von Miller. Von Miller, he doesn't want any of that. You see, he is avoiding the block by Austin Hooper. He says, no, thank you. I'm going to open up this big lane inside. And then Odell Beckham coming in to crack the safety. But really, this is all about D'Ernest Johnson. Look at him getting his pads low, his shoulder pads over his thighs, and not allowing anybody to stop him from getting into that end zone.
He would not be denied, and that's the beauty of it, as you showed. You can go left, you can cut it back up the middle, but having Austin Hooper come across and the threat of the boot makes Von Miller say, maybe I'll jump on the high side of this. And then D'Ernest, as you said, he did the rest. All right, now we got 3rd and 10, and third down. It's been our Achilles heel, Joe, and we've also had busts when we played those 2 deep safeties. Defensive back coach Jeff Hardy said, look, they are going to throw some eye candy, some inward breaking routes in front of our safeties to try to tempt them to jump up. And he goes, watch out for that post behind. And sure enough, on this play, that's what you get. You're going to get Cortland Sutton here in the slot. He's going to run an in-breaking route, a dig they call it right here, and you're going to get the speedy John Brown trying to hit the post behind. And so the goal here is to try to get John Johnson to come up on this inward breaking route. But Troy Hill's in great spot. And I think John gives him a little bait. Says, I'm going to give you one step, Teddy. And then you're going to try to throw it into the gale wind over my head. Not tonight. And is able to get back there, Joe, and get the big interception.
Yeah, the route concept here, you're trying to put that safety in a bind. You're trying to go high-low and give the quarterback an easy read. Hey, if the safety jumps the short dig, throw the post because it's wide open. If he stays high on the post, you've got that dig on that intermediary route. But John Johnson shows the veteran savvy here. I love watching this because he knows this is the route concept that's coming from this alignment with these 2 receivers. So what does he do? He gives that bait, like you said. He fakes Teddy out because if you watch, as soon as John Johnson looks like he's breaking on that intermediate dig route, that's when the ball gets let go by Teddy Bridgewater, and John Johnson's able to quickly, as he gives him the fake, he turns around and he's able to play the underneath side of that post, and he's able to get underneath the pass from Teddy Bridgewater because, like you mentioned, that wind was right in Teddy's face on this play, so he wasn't able to zip the ball in there and get it over the top of John Johnson. Unbelievable veteran move by John Johnson, baiting the throw, and then a great finish, being able to make the play in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You talk about being veteran and being smart, knowing your opponent. That's Matt Stafford back there. You're probably not giving a bait step because you aren't going to be able to get back. But with Teddy into that win that night, he knew we could give him a little eye candy and then come back and get the interception.
And I think it's important to look at the end zone copy, too, to get some appreciation for what this Browns defensive line is doing to offenses. If you pause it right here, you can see the Browns have a 4-man rush, right? They've got their 4 horses on the field. And what do the Denver Broncos have to do? They're trying to protect their edges. So they got their 5 offensive linemen, plus they've got a tight end, plus they've got a running back that are in protection. They've got 7 guys that are trying to take care of the 4 Browns pass rushers, plus Teddy Bridgewater. That's 8 guys that are back there behind the line of scrimmage. that leaves only 3 guys for the route, and the Browns have 7 players in the secondary that are allowed to be in coverage when you do force the offense to put so many guys in there on protection. So it really gives a huge advantage to the defense. So even though the defensive line doesn't get pressure on Teddy in this play, they still had an impact because of the thought of, hey, we've got to help in protection because these guys are really good at getting to the quarterback.
And when you get those chips, look at the delay in the releases for both Gordon and Fant and the guys marking them. In this case, Walker Jr. here on Melvin Gordon, who stumbles. Tack McKinley said, come on, get off me here. But Noah Fant, look how late they are into the routes, and you know where they're going at that point. They can't set you up with a double move. You know they have one direction to go, and the Browns are able to get it. And there's John Johnson. Oh, boy, what a nice interception. Troy Hill says, go get it, and he does.
He knew as soon as that ball got let go, Troy Hill, it was going to be an interception for his boy John Johnson.
And then the celebration is on there in the dog pound.